A black judge was humiliated on his way to court. A racist cop stopped him, mocked him, and tried to arrest him without cause. The truth came out when the officer realized who he was dealing with. This story shows why accountability, fairness, and dignity matter. The morning began quietly in the city. Streets buzzed with workers, parents, and children heading to school. A sharp chill sat in the air as commuters hurried. Judge Marcus Hill left his home at 7 a.m. He lived with discipline. His robe and case file sat neatly folded in his leather briefcase. He had presided for over 20 years and had earned respect from lawyers and clerks. To many, he was a man of authority. To some, he was a symbol of dignity for the black community. Marcus drove a silver sedan. Nothing flashy. He believed in modesty. His father had raised him on 2 rules. Never forget where you come from, and never allow arrogance to cloud judgment. That morning, his court was set to hear a sensitive civil rights case. Marcus understood the weight. The courtroom would be filled with families, reporters, and young lawyers eager to see how justice would be served. He did not expect trouble before arriving. As he drove near the courthouse, police lights flared behind him. He checked his speed. He was not speeding. His registration and license were valid. His taillights were working. Still, the siren grew louder. He slowed and pulled to the side of the road. Officer Reed stepped out. White, mid-30s, jaw clenched. He approached with a hand already near his holster. His partner, a younger officer, stayed behind. Marcus lowered his window and spoke calmly. "Good morning, officer. Is there a problem?" Reed's voice was sharp. "License and registration. Now." Marcus handed them over without hesitation. Reed barely glanced at the documents. His eyes narrowed on Marcus. "Where are you going?" "To work," Marcus replied. Reed leaned closer. "What work?" "Don't lie to me." Marcus felt the weight of those words. He had seen that tone in cases brought before his bench. It was the same dismissive tone that had led to arrests without reason. He stayed calm. "I am heading to the courthouse." Reed scoffed. "Courthouse? What are you, a janitor? Delivery driver? Don't play games with me." Marcus kept his composure. "I am a judge. I have court in 30 minutes. Reed smirked. "Yeah, right. And I'm the president." He ordered Marcus out of the car. Traffic slowed around them. Onlookers watched. Some pulled out phones. Marcus stepped out slowly. He wore a crisp suit, tie neatly knotted. Reed shoved him against the car, hands searching his pockets. The younger officer shifted uncomfortably, but said nothing. Marcus spoke clearly. "You are making a mistake." Reed twisted his arm harder. "You people always think you're above the law." The sting of those words hit harder than the grip. Marcus had ruled on discrimination cases, had heard countless stories from men and women treated unfairly for the color of their skin. And now, here he was, living the same script. A crowd gathered. Someone shouted, "That's Judge Hill." Others began recording. The younger officer froze, recognition dawning on his face. He whispered to Reed, "I think he's telling the truth. That's the judge." Reed ignored him. He pulled out cuffs. "Not today." Hill explained down at the station. Before Reed could lock the cuffs, a black sedan pulled up. Out stepped the district attorney, rushing toward the scene. She had worked with Judge Hill for years. "What is going on here?" she demanded. Reed stiffened. "Routine stop." She glared. "You have Judge Hill pinned to a car in handcuffs. Does this look routine?" Gasps spread through the crowd. Phones caught every word. Reed's face drained of color. He glanced at Marcus, then at the cameras, then back at the district attorney. Judge Hill finally spoke. His voice was steady, deep, commanding. "You have humiliated me. You have disrespected your badge. And you have revealed your prejudice in public view." Reed stammered. I thought." "You thought wrong." Marcus cut him off. The district attorney ordered the officers to release him immediately. Reed's hands trembled as he unlocked the cuffs. Marcus straightened his suit. He picked up his briefcase from the pavement. The district attorney placed a hand on his shoulder. "Let's get you to court, Judge." As they walked away, reporters followed. The story spread before the morning ended. By noon, footage appeared on television and across social media. Headlines read, "Black judge harassed by officer on his way to court." That afternoon, Judge Hill sat on his bench, robe across his shoulders, gavel in hand. The same officer who had mocked him now sat suspended, facing an internal investigation. Marcus opened his court session with a statement, "Justice must never be selective. Authority without accountability becomes abuse." Let today remind us that no one, not even a judge, is free from the shadow of prejudice. But let it also remind us that truth and dignity will always stand taller than hate. The courtroom stood in silence. The weight of his words carried beyond those walls. The story reveals how bias poisons judgment. Power, when unchecked, breeds injustice. Even those who uphold the law can fall victim to discrimination. Respect is not tied to skin color, profession, or title. Respect must be the standard for all. If you believe every voice deserves respect, subscribe for more powerful stories. Your support helps us keep sharing voices that matter.